Okay, two quick videos in one day. What's going on? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good, thank you. What are we making?
We're making some pita bread.
Pita bread.
Yes.
For use with?
Ful.
Ful. Don't be a fool. Tell them what ful is, please.
Ful is an Egyptian, a really classic, stereotypical, is that the right word? Stereotypical?
Common.
Common?
Yeah, stereotypical has bad connotations
That's
for some
true.
reason. So it's a very common and well
It's the
loved.
epitome of Egyptian dishes.
It's well loved.
It's fava beans.
Mm-hmm.
They are not made like the current gastronomic trend is like green fava beans. No. So these are peeled fava beans. They're cooked. They're not raw. They're not fresh, I should say. And it is the poor man's diet in Egypt, meaning that the peasant class will eat it for 3 meals a day. And my dad would always say he was a peasant because he could eat food 3 times a day.
And your dad actually makes excellent food.
Yeah.
I actually like his more than anybody else.
Well, let's just
I
be honest
tasted.
about what his fool is.
What?
His fool is, or fava beans, or Ful Medames, comes out of a can. He mixes it with olive oil, salt, cumin, maybe some chopped onions and tomatoes, and that's my father's food.
Well, guess what? I thought that was the best food I've ever had, and I've had it like 10 different times.
But anyway, right now we're making pita bread, not food.
Because the pita bread,
Because we're going to have it with food.
yes, goes with the food.
All right, but let's focus on the pita bread.
Okay,
Because that's
so
what
we're
we're
going to
really
put
doing.
the food to the side right now.
Yes, so
Pita.
this recipe's on my blog. And this bread these loaves have been sitting in the fridge for about 8 hours now, and you can let it sit overnight, that's fine. And then I'm just going to show you how we're going to roll it out quickly, because we're going to roll it out pretty thin. We're going to put on a pizza peel, and then we're going to put it into my hot oven, but it's not as hot as you think. It's not at 500. It's at 400 convection with a pizza stone in there.
So let's say this, 400 convection is hotter than 400 bake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Convection, not bake.
Didn't I say convection?
No. There's convection and there's conventional. It's not called bake.
Oh, well, because I press bake.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, so I call it bake.
Right, but this is convection, so you need the convection for it to puff.
Which 400 convection is hotter than 400 conventional.
Yes, but the important part is there's a fan and
rotating the air around.
yes,
Yeah.
and that's what makes it puff. And these are gonna puff. Okay?
Excellent.
All right, watch them not puff now.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
All right, so we're gonna flour our surface, but not too much because we don't want it like overly floured. And then we're gonna do 2 loaves at a time.
Okay.
And these are about 100 grams each.
They're not too big. They're about, what, size of a fist?
Sure. And then you can actually do it with one hand if you're pretty fast and speedy like me.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna get it pretty thin. You're gonna keep rotating.
You don't want to put too much flour, but you definitely need some.
Mm-hmm. You can rotate it into a round or an oval, whatever you wish. But the important thing is to get it nice and thin and not let it fold over onto itself.
Thin.
And there, I just let it fold over onto itself.
So how thin is that about?
This is about 1/8 of an inch.
1/8 of an inch, okay. Because thin is,
And then the side that I put,
relative.
just be quiet for a second. The side that I rolled is going to be down. Okay?
And why is that?
Because if I found that if you don't do that, you're going to get a very thin top. And so just to keep the top even, to keep the top and bottom even, the crust even, you flip it over after you finish rolling it, because otherwise you get a very thin top and a very thick bottom.
Very weird.
So I don't have time to get into a long discussion with you right now, because I want to get these into the oven before they start rising again.
Oh my goodness.
And getting it to room temperature.
All right, let's do it. Now, is that from lack of flour? That's,
no, it's not lack of flour. You just gotta.
sometimes sometimes it catches.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. All right. And then you put them on the pizza peel, but then how do you shift them into
You'll
the?
see. Come with me,
That's,
you'll
I'm
see.
anxious to see this.
They move. Look. They move.
Okay, I trust you. Here we
Alright.
go.
So hot pizza peel.
Hot oven. There's one.
Whoa, of course today. Of course today.
Yeah.
And then if you get stuck, no
Yep.
problem. Here, oops.
Oh.
And here we go.
All right. Okay.
Then quickly close
That was
it.
a good save.
Thanks. And we're going to do 3 minutes on the first side, and then we're going to go in there and flip them over.
How are you gonna flip them?
With my hands.
Are you out of your mind? It's
Do
gonna
you want to
be
watch
hot.
it puff? Can you?
Sure.
It's going to puff within like the first. After the first minute, it's going to puff. So
This
you
might
actually
not look good, the way
Right.
it's
That's
the
true.
oven
It looks
light.
terrible.
Yeah, the oven light and the oven, the back is not clean. So we
Well,
can
it's
cut
gonna
this
puff
if you don't
after
like
1
the way it
minute.
looks. Okay.
It's coming.
Yeah, we need
And
to clean this door,
Okay.
the oven door.
All right.
You know what this reminds me of? What's that Turkish bread?
Do you ever stop talking?
What's that Turkish bread? The huge one?
Lavash.
Lavash. Let's open the door.
No, not yet.
How come?
Because it needs to finish on this side, then I'll flip them.
I think once it's puffed, isn't that?
No, it's
Okay.
not.
You don't have to get so rude with me, as our youngest daughter would
never
say.
stop talking.
As our youngest daughter would say, how rude.
That's what I'm saying. If we had a, oh, look at that.
Flip them.
Isn't that a little hot, dude?
Not for me.
You're insane.
Then
Okay.
give it another minute
Okay.
to about a minute or so.
And then you can take them out with your hands
And
too.
then, yeah, I'll take them out in my hands.
Silly. In verite right now, meaning we're dealing with life's problems. Like the oven, the glass in the oven is not so clean, but we'll clean it, and maybe we'll let this run to show people it doesn't always. Oh, how is their oven door always so clean? It's not, but we're gonna clean it, right? Yeah, right.
Sure.
Why are you looking at me like you want to kill me?
Because you just never stop talking.
Well, that's okay. I'm just, hey, you need audio, right? You can't just sit there and look for 20 seconds as it counts down. Who wants to see that?
I do.
Okay, you left it a little, 30 seconds more.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, it's a little brown. Nice. It looks good. Careful, it's hot.
Perfect.
Wow, really nice.
Oh, it's hot.
It's
hot.
hot. Well, duh. It's in 400-degree convection oven. What do you want it to be? Warm?
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cover it right away.
Okay.
So it doesn't get a crispy shell. We want it to have a nice soft.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then we'll be back.
Okay, we have them all done, right? We have
Yes.
them all done.
Yes.
So, all right. Let's see them.
Right now?
Unveiling, of course. No, let's wait 10 minutes and let me talk to
Da,
you.
da, da.
Nice. Ah, fresh pita
They're
bread.
soft because I covered them right out of the oven.
Fresh pita bread. I love it.
Okay?
And I'm gonna fill my pita bread with ful,
With food.
which we have cooking over there.
Yes.
Whoop, in that little
Yes.
pot. All right.
So recipes on my blog.
Yes.
Okay? And that's it.
And probably you wear gloves when you turn your bread or whatever. Don't be like you, because that seems foolish. Sticking your hand in a
Be like
400-degree
me.
oven. Be like you and get burns all over your arms. Yes. Get burns all over your arms, dude.
That's okay.
Yeah. You
All right.
do. Bye-bye.
Okay,
No
bye.
burns on your arms.
Okay, bye.
Be smart.
Okay.